When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Going to the running game. Turning it on. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball is coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Let's talk about Alabama. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? It comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Doak. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Not able to pop the big return. Ready to go with a fresh possession. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
Hurry up.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got a chance. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Baker. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
On first down from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Alabama! And they have the first points of the game.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. The Seminoles claiming that fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, Dave.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They feed him again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Baker. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at him.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And the Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Seminoles send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Fair catch is made. They'll spot it at the 7, and a long way to go for this offense. That Alabama offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Fires to the tight end. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Got his man on the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The run from the shotgun. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down and they'll try to get the first through the air. He's got his man, makes the grab. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
Wants to go up top on first down. Buying some time. It's complete to the right. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls and fires complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card. You saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Using his feet. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. That is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Breaks into the open. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Gives it on the option. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Scanning the field, it's Baker. A shot toward the end zone. And it was going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Here comes the heat. He won't have enough for the 1st down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. Coming out with it, it's Robinson. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes, open it up. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. So after the scintillating return, just don't mess it up. You've got to cash this in for a score. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. Trying to barge in. Touchdown, Seminoles! And that one will give them the lead. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. on the move. A strike downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Dome. They want to run this quarterback. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the left.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. Finds his tight end. There he goes.
My one was wide open.
He steps out of bounds right at the
Holy
15-yard
crap, my one
line.
was wide ass open.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
So first down in the red zone, and this crowd getting behind its defense. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They're going to run it. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
There is
just know where to run and know where to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss.
If you're going to try a push pass here on first down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield and make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Pulls and fires complete. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Noles want to pick up the tempo. They go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
Offense in a bunch formation. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Baker. Quickly out to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Out of the gun to give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter. Playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he's got it inside the 35. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Running back searching for a hole. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
The give to the back. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And this offense has gotten off to a good start on 3rd down, but this is a different deal on 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field that's... If it stands. Quick handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Motion from the wideout. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got the first down and more. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line, those guys up front. You've got to find a way against the defense that
executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Quick release by the QB. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Running to the left. Oh, better look out. Turning it on. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They stop him just short of midfield. What a nice return out to the 48. They'll start this drive at their own 48. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Here's a heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Returns it down to the 47-yard line, and his defense thrives on taking the football away.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Power football with the run. Picked his way through the traffic for 6, but it'll be 4th down and 3 yards to go. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Punt is on its way. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. To the air, it's Sperry. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And this offense, man, they're just desperate. Like, late in the football game, you're down. They've got to push the ball down the field. They've got to find some explosive plays. And they found one, Jesse, but for the defense.
The 4 vertical has a better chance of working earlier in the game when it's close, but when you're trailing by a lot and the defense knows you have to throw it, just sending 4 guys running in a straight line down the field, oftentimes not a tremendous play call.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Bye.